now say it's Daddy's birthday. Just pretend it's Daddy's birthday.
Good morning, Babyccinos. You had a slightly funny view of us then. That was a bit interesting. It gave me the sound.
And this is a good news. We've got someone's birthday just pretending. Daddy's birthday just pretending.
Daddy's birthday just pretending. That's what's happening in our household today. I'm not totally sure why. Is it good fun?
Yeah, it's just because I don't really have real things.
Oh.
So I thought...
Well, it's just not really anyone's birthday today, is it? But you fancied being a bit partyish, is that it?
Yeah, but I really pulled real things out.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I got my trolls all of it out because it's his dad's birthday.
Interesting. Well, there we go. You see, now we are very pleased to be here with you for Babyccinos this morning. Who are you?
Min.
And who am I?
I'm actually not actually Min. I'm actually Princess. Who do you think my voice would look like when I do this? Princess Anna.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Anna.
That's so
Which
lovely.
do you think I am, Anna? I am Ashley Elsa.
Oh my word. Well, that was a bit confusing and exciting. Anyway, I'm here with Princess Anna or Elsa and Miriam. And I'm Becky, and we are here
Mum,
because every Monday morning, what do we like to do?
Can you actually be Anna?
Well, okay, I'll be Anna then. We are here because every Monday morning we like to do a little bit of a craft and a little bit of a Bible story together, don't we?
Should we tell what we've got here?
We've got a few things around. We've got some card.
Yeah,
We've
Mum,
got...
come on, tell out.
Oh, okay.
So we've got cards, paper, and really glue. Just fit down. Paint. Really bluish.
I think it's brown actually. I've said black on the screen. Black or dark brown.
It's brown. We've got some. We don't have any glue in here, so
we're going to put some glue in there, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to put some glue in. Yeah. And we've got a paintbrush.
Great. So we are going to, because we are going to do a little craft.
And we've got a peg, googly eyes.
We've
put 3 googly eyes on the bottle.
The packet of googly eyes has got googly eyes on, which is a bit confusing. We are here today to talk about the story of the Good Shepherd, but we're going to tell that story a little bit later. We're going to get on with the craft, and what you're definitely going to need is, first of all, a couple of wooden clothes pegs.
Yeah, but we've got another thing.
Some paint. Shall we get everything ready, Miriam, and start? Let's go for it. Goodness me, what is going on with our thing today? Anyway, we are ready to get doing a little bit of painty stuff. So, let me just switch the camera over.
Yeah.
And then, hopefully, I'll put us over there so you can still see us. Now, first of all, we've got a couple of clothes pegs. Okay?
We've got actually 2.
We are going to paint these now. On the front, I said you could use a black pen or black paint. We actually, somehow, have ended up with brown instead. But I think that's okay. Dark brown or black. And what we're going to do is we put them on a piece of paper. And I'm going to put a nice... Yeah, can you put a... Yeah, go on then. Put a splooge of paint on here. Splooge.
Actually, exactly.
There's a splooge of paint on the paper.
Actually, it doesn't actually look like it.
And then what we're going to do is take a paintbrush. Mimsy, I'm pretty sure you've got this handled. We're going to paint these pegs all over with that paint. Black or dark brown. Good.
I don't really know.
Shall I start it off and then you pick it up?
Yeah.
So we're going to take some paint and we're going to just cover these pegs. Oh yeah. Now you might have a pen instead. And that's absolutely fine. You could even do this covering it with glue and some tissue paper that's dark brown or black. if you wanted. I think this looks best if you make sure that every bit of the peg is covered. So in a minute you're going to have a challenge to make sure that the insides are covered too. So there we go. Mimsy, did you want to take over a little bit?
Yeah.
There we go. We're going to make sure all of those pegs are absolutely covered. Two pegs. Ours are slightly different sizes, which is a bit of a pest because I couldn't find our new.
Actually looks nice. Nice and soft.
Oh, okay. All right then. So this is the first stage of making our sheep today. Like I said, we're thinking about the Good Shepherd, but there can only be a shepherd if there's sheep. So we're going to cover these pegs in paint, black or dark brown. Will look lovely.
Really neatly.
Neatly as you can, but that's also why we have the paper underneath, isn't it? Because we don't want any spills. This table's taken enough as it is. Yeah, that's okay. The paper can take it. The table's suffered enough, I think, Mim, with all our different crafting. So get your pegs nice and covered. And if you're doing pens, it will work just as well. If you've got a really good felt pen, it will work really well. Should we keep turning it over?
Yeah.
And do that side a little bit. And then we could do the inside bit of the end as well.
I don't really have much brown on my.
Somewhere we've got a new pack of pegs there all for crafting, but they've made a little bit of an escape from where they usually live. So we've got some of the ones that have been on the line, which is why they're looking a little bit old. Here we go. Let's keep going. That's it.
But can I hold my hands?
Yeah, that's okay. Don't worry.
You can hold
That's
it tightly.
very neat. Yeah, I've got it. And then I think we're going to do that side a bit. You might need a bit more on your paintbrush, do you think?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Tiny bit anyway. We're going to do that. Yeah. Covering that all over.
On your fingers!
I've noticed that, thanks. Should we spread that bit of paint around a little bit more as well? Then can you see, Miriam, there's a bit that's not painted. We're going to paint the insides of the end here. Can you see? Inside, there and there. Those are still a bit painty, so we'll have a bit more there.
Okay, hold it.
I'll do the holding. I see that. I see what's happening here. I'm the one that gets painty. You're being very neat. That's it. Splooge it on in the inside. Sploogey, sploogey, splooge.
My paintbrush is this a bit the.
Do you want me to help you with that
It's
inside
not
bit?
very good, but I
Maybe
think
you
I
need to
can
get
hold
this
it.
all in.
I think I can do it.
I think you can. We'll get it all the way in there. All the way in, all the way along. And then we've got a second peg to do, haven't we?
Yeah,
Here we go. How about this bit here?
my paintbrush is not very good at doing things, but I think it'll do.
That's pretty good. I like it.
So let's do the second one.
Okay, second one. Let's go.
Okay, hold it.
I'm the painty one today, huh? There we go. Nicely covered.
Nicely covered. Actually, that paint looks like an apple or a pear.
Does it?
Yeah, it does.
I would have thought apples and pears wouldn't be quite so dark. Oh, it could be like the stalk on the top, do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, look, if I'm the one that's holding, you've got to be a bit more careful in my fingers, you monkey. Let's turn it over. Get a bit more painty. I think you've got quite a lot on your brush at the moment. You should be okay. There we go. Keep going.
The little bits are very small, so I might get on your fingers.
No, that's okay if it happens accidentally. I felt a little bit for a moment, though, that like you were painting my fingers rather than the peg. There we go. Let's turn it over again.
I don't really have much.
That's it.
It's nice and quiet now.
There we go. It's a nice relaxing thing to do, isn't it? A bit of painting or a bit of colouring. That's a nice way to start. Lovely, lovely, lovely. There we go.
Done?
I think there's a little bit down here. And then do you remember about doing the inside bit again?
Yeah.
So inside of the ends. That's it. Nice and neat. Lovely, lovely. And when they're nice and covered, what we need to do next is leave them to dry.
I missed that.
So to leave them to dry, I think what we're going to
Oh,
do...
a little bit.
Oh, okay. I'm going to just get rid of some of it. I think we've got quite a lot of paint on that one. And it might not dry very quickly. So we're going to leave these drying now. And to do that, I'm going to leave the paintbrush there. And we're just going to lean our pegs on it, a bit like that. Okay. And they should dry quite nicely. Now, they might not dry in time for us to do the rest of the craft today, but we'll be able to show you what to do. We're not quite Blue Peter with his one I made earlier. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this to one side. All over here.
Well, Mum, that looks like it's having a party.
So our pegs are
Mum,
drying.
can this be a party craft?
Can it be a party craft?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, anything could be a party craft, really, couldn't it? I think every bit of Babyccinos is a craft. So, what we're going to do next is, whoa, what are you up to? We're not quite at that step yet. First of all, we need to give away the secret. Those pegs are not just pegs. They're not just brown pegs or black pegs. They are sheep legs. And now what we need is a sheep body. Sheepy legs. And now what we need is a sheepy kind of body. Okay? And the sheepy kind of body is a bit cloud shaped really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think if I draw a nice sheepy kind of body, it's sort of nice, fluffy like this.
Actually, that actually is
And then we need a nice
Mum,
sheepy
and remember,
face.
you're not very well at drawing.
It's true, I'm not, but there we go. And a nice sheepy face.
That's his head.
That's going to be a nice sheepy face. Isn't it matter too much? We'll do a little ear here as well.
Ear? Why the ear?
It needs to be up to here. So there's something that's a bit like a sheepy. And what we're going to do next...
I need to do some more.
Well, now what we need to do... it's the side of the sheep, you see. So now what we need to do is cut this shape out. Okay, now it's big scissors. So if I do the cutting, and then you can start getting the glue into that pot. Okay?
Can I do something else?
You might also like to just add a little tail to your sheep later as well. You could do that with a little bit of wool. Whoa. Are we having trouble with this glue?
Yeah.
Ooh, what is this glue doing?
It's just because it hasn't been used for a long time.
Oh. I need to find another glue in a second then.
It's good because it could go.
Oh, silly glue. Oh, I can't quite grip it. Yeah?
Maybe because your hands are not dry.
I think my hands are dry. I'm sure I saw some other glue up here actually. I don't know why this one would be so dry. Oh, I should have got this sorted beforehand, shouldn't I, Mim?
Yeah.
But we might be there.
Remember,
Oh,
I will do
it's
it.
starting to come.
Can I do
Well,
it?
you can, but it's really tough going at the minute, Mim. I think there's a bit of something stuck in there.
Yeah, it is.
Let's just give it another little try.
It's really stuck, isn't it?
Yeah, sometimes this happens with glue pots. It's just they get a bit dried up. And all
stuck.
that glue that's really good at sticking sticks. Oh, something's going. That's good. So we're going to put a little bit of glue in a pot.
Mum,
Yeah.
I know it's a bit stiff. Can I have a
You can have a little dry, that's fine.
Can I have a little?
Meanwhile, I'm going to cut out our sheepy body.
Actually, I'm really drawn.
Mine's a little bit as I've drawn it, so I'm going to just sort of cut it out in that very kind of shape.
No,
And
it's
nice.
actually doing it. It's actually doing it.
Well done, Mum. That's really good.
Thank you. It's because I'm really, really strong. Because I picked it so much, now I'm really, really strong. I wish I was. I want to be, when I get a bit more older, I want to be a teacher.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's
like
a great thing
Isabel.
to do. So we've got a little sheepy body. It looks a bit strange at the moment. But there we go. We've got our sheepy body and our sheepy head. Now what you might like to do is just use a bit of that paint again. I'm going to lick a bit of that paint. While I'm here, I'm just going to do the little sheepy's face because
Why are you going to lick it?
they quite often have nice little dark faces, don't
Well,
they?
why are you going to lick it?
Why would I lick it? Nick it, not lick it. Definitely don't lick it.
Why?
So I'm going to give the sheep a little brown face. Oh, that will look lovely. Have we got some glue in that pot now, Mim?
Not really.
Let's pop those back up again.
Let's just have a little more time.
Well, I think what we probably need to do is use what glue we've got and see if we. Then I can add some more if we need it, can't I? Yeah, we've already got some in the bottom. So let's get our paintbrush into the glue. And what we're going to do is we're going to cover the rest of the sheepy body in glue.
Yeah, but Mum, sheep's head is really wide.
Depends on the breed of sheep, I think. That's it. Give it a bit of a splooge. Try to do down this end first. We'll try to avoid the brown paint for a while. Oh yeah, you do that. I might just have a little bit of my cuppa. Which is good. How are we doing there? If I move that, people will be able to see what you're doing a bit more. So we're going to cover the rest of the... Yeah?
Mum,
Yeah.
this paintbrush is not very good.
Isn't it? Oh.
Yeah,
Well, that's okay. It should be able to spread the glue enough. Because we're going to cover...
Dry.
It should be okay. I think your hair's a little bit dangerously close. Oh, there we go. That's spreading really nicely. So we're going to spread this glue really nicely all over our sheepy body. Keep going.
Carolyn.
I would do this end last because otherwise we might end up spreading brown with our glue. And there we go. Keep going. We're going to cover our sheepy body with glue. And then we've got a special next stage because you're going to need your cotton wool next after you've covered your sheepy in plenty of glue.
Oh, I know.
Do you?
You are going to spread your glue, and then you're gonna stick it on, and then it's gonna be sheep.
I think you might be right about that.
I am like.
You might be right about that.
I am. Mum.
Yeah.
I'm adding some more here.
How are we doing? Let's get a bit more glue at the bottom.
Mum.
Oh, there's quite a lot in there, I think.
Can I do the bottom?
Yeah,
The
go on then.
bottom, and then I will need some more.
You go for it.
I'm gonna do anything I wanna do.
Are you?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Because it's Daddy's birthday today.
Just pretending Daddy's birthday. Yeah, I'm a bit confused as to why we're pretending it's Daddy's birthday, but it's nice. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. I don't think you need any more glue. I think we're nearly there. It's a bit slow, isn't it, that bottle? Well done. That's plenty. I think use that last bit to cover, make sure that we're covered everywhere, and then it's time to get exciting with the cotton wool balls. What do you think? Yeah? Are you finished?
Yeah.
I think that's probably enough.
That's enough.
We're nearly finished on this sheepy, so make sure that all the different bits are covered.
That's actually.
And then we're going to get going with the cotton wool balls. Now you might not have cotton wool balls, you might just have sort of flat cotton wool, but that's okay because you can just put different blobs on.
Yeah, because really, it doesn't really mind what colour sheep are.
Well, so sheep come in different colours, don't they? But cotton wool is definitely going for a white sheep, isn't it?
Yeah, but we're going to go for a white.
We're going for a white sheep because cotton wool is sort of nice and fluffy. But you could do little tiny balls of different coloured wools, couldn't you? That'd be quite
I
nice.
need some glue.
I don't think you do. I think he's covered. Shall we get going with this?
No,
No, look, it's covered everywhere.
no.
It's covered everywhere. Oh, I see, just down here by the neck. Yeah, that'll do then. Use that glue. Otherwise the rest of the glue is going to start drying and we won't be able to get the cotton wool on it. That's my worry. There we go. Let's pop a little bit of that glue onto the neck. Yeah. That is looking fantastic. Well done. Right, I think we need to put that glue to one side and start going with the cotton wool. Here we go.
It's really fun. I think
Here we go. Let's put some cotton wool up here.
Mum,
It's all on the floor.
Mum, I'm just going to roll it out because.
Well, no, don't roll it out because if you put it on like this, it'll look like the nice wavy wool of the sheep. I mean, it's up to you. It's your craft, but that's what I would do. Just put it on. Nice big balls of cotton wool. It's for our super woolly sheep.
Splodge.
Splodge.
Splish.
Yes. Cover that sheepy in cotton wool. That's the business.
I'm doing this fast like Peppa Pig.
Are you? Would Peppa Pig do this in a super quick way?
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as it's all sticking as well.
It's not real Peppa Pig, just YouTube Peppa Pig.
Oh, I see, I see.
And this one over here. Have some more, Mum.
I think that's
No,
almost covered, isn't it?
Face.
Well, don't put it on his face.
No.
Oh, I think that's looking really good. Oh, there's a little bit of a gap there, isn't there? Little one. Stick it in there.
That's a nice
And
sheepy.
here we have our sheepy now.
Mum, we need googly eyes.
We definitely need a googly eye on
Mum,
this sheepy's
Mum,
face. Let's get a googly eye.
Mum, I'm going to do a mouth too.
Well, that's a bit
Just
tricky.
the googly eyes.
No, don't do that because that'll look freaky. It'll look like he's just got loads and loads of eyes all over his face. It'll be like a spider sheep. Here we go. So we're going to put one googly eye on.
What?
Shall I take the backing off for you?
Yeah, but sheep don't just have one. They
But
have
it's the side. We're looking at,
two.
but we're looking at the sheep from the side, aren't we? And when you look at the side, you can only see one eye. That is confusing, though. You're absolutely right. Sheep generally do have two eyes. So this googly eye.
Googly eye. That's a
Nice.
googly
That
eye.
is a very sweet looking sheep. Now, of course, the next thing is to add some legs. And I think everything's going to be a bit wet. And I'm wondering if we've made this a little bit big, actually. It should be okay.
Bit
Here's the idea.
tricky.
So we take our little pegs,
Yeah.
and these become
Legs.
sheepy legs by putting them on like this. Okay.
For me.
Now everything's a little bit wet still, so I don't think it's going to stand. But you might be able to make it
Like a sheep.
so that your sheepy can stand on its little peggy legs. Isn't that? I'm trying to put it in a place where everyone can see it well enough. There we go. There is our lovely, lovely little sheepy.
I don't really know. So we're going to do this.
That is such a sweet little sheep. Have
Well,
we got a
can
name
we
for our sheep?
Yeah, shall we call it... Shall we call it... Bob?
Bob the sheep. There's our Bob the sheep. And I think what we need to do is say a little bit more about the story. You see, throughout the Bible, we hear about God being like a shepherd. Yeah?
Can I do some more crafts?
You can do some more crafts, but I'm just going to tell the story.
Okay, so I'm going to put the sheep on there.
We can be careful with that.
Yeah, Mum, could you put on?
Throughout the Bible, we hear about God being like a shepherd looking after sheep.
So,
And that's because we're a bit like the sheep. I'm telling the story, do you remember? I'm telling the story. And we hear about God being like a shepherd to us as sheep, because sheep need some help. Sheep aren't very good at surviving by themselves. Sheep need to be protected from things that might want to cause them harm. Sheep need to be helped to find some food sometimes. And sheep need to be guided sometimes when the path gets a bit tricky. And God is like a shepherd because God takes us through the difficult times, guiding us. God feeds us, not necessarily always with food that we put in our mouth, but with food that helps us to be strong in ourselves. Spiritual food, we might call it. And also, God protects us against things that do us harm. And the best example of God being the shepherd is Jesus, the good shepherd. Jesus said, I am the good shepherd to my sheep. He said, if I had 100 sheep and one of them went missing, I would leave the 99 just to find that one, because each sheep is so precious to me. That's you and me. That's how precious we are to Jesus. And Jesus said, and if anything tried to hurt my sheep, I would lay down my life so that I could protect my sheep. And we know that Jesus did that, don't we? Because on Good Friday, we remember that Jesus died on the cross to protect us from sin and death. Jesus said, you can live forever in heaven because I will go to the cross for you. Isn't that great? Jesus is the good shepherd because he protects us from sin, because he gives us such a great example to live by, loving other people. And that's a bit like something to eat, but for our spirits rather than for our mouths. That's good food, isn't it, to follow Jesus? And Jesus guides us. Jesus guides us, showing us the way to go and carrying us through difficult times. And even if we do things wrong that take us away from the rest of the sheep, even if we do things wrong that take us away from Jesus, Jesus would drop everything and come and rescue us, which I think is amazing. So we've got our little Bob the sheep, and Bob the sheep will remind us that God is always looking after us, that Jesus is the good shepherd who loves us so much. Hi, yeah.
Can we do a different craft?
Well, that's the only craft for today, but we've got a little song to sing that if you join us for Family Friendly Worship, you can sing again. So we're going to sing a little song together and then sing the song we always sing.
The shepherd I'll not want. He makes me lie in pastures green. He leads me by the still waters. His goodness restores my soul, and I will trust in you. And I will trust in you alone, for your endless mercy follows me. Your goodness will lead me home. He guides my ways in righteousness, and he anoints my head with oil, and my cup it overflows with joy. I feast on his pure delights, and I will trust in you alone.
I love that song. I think it's really lovely and beautiful song to sing, and it comes from something called the 23rd Psalm. So if you're interested in reading those words again, you might like to look into a Bible and find them at Psalm 23. We are coming towards the end. We're going to sing our special song in a moment, but we've just had another great name for a sheep has come in. Lydia has named hers Alfred, and I think that is a great name for a sheep, and I look forward to seeing if there are some others that come to us in the coming days. So we're going to sing our special song, and then we're going to say goodbye. We're going to sing He's Got the Whole World in His Hands. And then, because we're talking about the Good Shepherd leading us and feeding us and guiding us, we're going to say He leads us and He feeds us, and we're in His hands. And then we're going to sing He's got everybody here in His hands. Are you ready, Mimsy?
Yeah.
He's got the whole world in His hands. 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 He leads us and He feeds us, and we're in His hands. He leads us and He feeds us, and we're in His hands. He leads us and He feeds us, and we're in His hands. He's got the whole world in His hands. He's got everybody here. He's got everybody here in His hands. He's got everybody here in His hands. He's got everybody here in His hands. He's got the whole world in His hands. Oh, Babyccinos, we've had a lot of fun with you today. I can't wait to see if some other sheep are joining our flock with some excellent names and great googly eyes. And we're going to see you next week at 10 o'clock on Monday morning. Don't forget, of course, on Sundays we have family-friendly worship here on this YouTube channel at 9 o'clock, and that might be something that you're interested in too. But until we see you again, shall we say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Bye-bye, Babyccinos. Bye.
Bye.